Thank you, Jesse, for your request for a swing analysis. You say that you're chunking, hitting fat. That means catching the ground with the edge of the club before it gets to the ball. And you think that it's because of a faulty weight shift, and you're on the right track, but I think I can do a little better. You set up and grip apparently quite well. You appear to be quite a big man. Uh, as you swing, though, there are immediately two things that catch my attention. One is that you turn very little. Think of your shoulders as a lid on a cylinder. We want the shoulders to turn in that fashion until the left one is looking to or even to the right of the ball. And I often encourage people to think that it's possible to do it before the half of the swing is accomplished. It's fiction, but it's a good idea. Now, so you turn very little and carry on just arms. And you also keep the club face looking toward the target throughout the entire swing. Now, that is logical. We think that our job is to drive the ball up a ramp toward the target, and keeping the club face looking in that direction just seems to be a good way to accomplish that. Smart but wrong. If you're rotating the club in such a way that it stays looking toward the ball and the target throughout the swing, on the backswing, you're actually having to turn it down counterclockwise. And on the way through the ball, you're actually having to rotate it in the other direction. Now, if you're closing it on the way back, that delofts the club and means it's very difficult for you to get the ball airborne. And if you release the club correctly, it'll go miles to the left. And so you have to pull up to get the ball airborne and also rotate to the right to square the club up so that it's looking at the target. Well, ironically, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If you're pulling up, this end's going down early, and that's why you hit it fat. So here's what I'd recommend. Think of the golf as more of an around move than an up and down move, more like a carousel and less like a Ferris wheel. And I want you to rotate the shoulders fully in the first half of the backswing, even if it means that you don't see the ball so well with your right eye. I suspect that plays a part in why you don't turn. And on the backswing also, rotate the shaft of the club around its axis throughout the swing clockwise so that the club is essentially what they call opening. You'll get to the top of the swing then with the face of the club more parallel to your left forearm and the back of the wrist possibly subtly rotated back so the knuckles are nearer to where the wristwatch might be. That's called a cuppy, somewhat open position, but you'll see why. Having rotated the club and you this way, now you have to rotate in the other direction. So, in fact, you'll find that you're very successful. The ball goes blasting off into the left trees, although I hope you'll find you're not hitting fat now. And the hinge of the wrist that this new shape allows is actually going to be kept, what they call lag, all the way through the downswing and only straightened out here, which should make it easier to get the ball airborne and online, but less likely to hit fat.